Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Scotto's Garden, where the more we know, the better we grow. Zone 6, Urban Gardening. It's an absolutely gorgeous day here in the Gem City. We're coming up on Mother's Day weekend. I hope everybody has a beautiful Mother's Day. You know, we've been here in Zone 6 getting our seedlings ready. We've been doing all our germination, and it's all in preparation for that wonderful one moment when we get to take everything outside and get it set where it's going to be at. But before we do that, there's two things that we want to keep in mind is where are we going to put it, and are we going to need a trellis or not? Because one thing that can happen is if we don't keep everything nice and neat, it starts to get sloppy and get a little out of hand and get messy, and then it gets unattended to, not properly, and then it can start to get disease and all other kind of stuff because it's just going crazy and stretching out, touching things it shouldn't be touching and all the kind of stuff. And it's harder to harvest. Things start to overshadow things, and spots where it usually would have fruited, it didn't fruit because things are just all the way out of hand. And that's what a trellis is for. A trellis is just anything that helps to support plant life. And I want to show you guys one of my all-time favorite trellises right now. It's called a pole string trellis. It's real simple. I'm going to show you guys how to use it. Right here I have some snow peas and I have some sweet peppers. So not sweet peppers, sweet potatoes, sorry about that. But I have some snow peas, and these string trellises, they work absolutely wonderful for things like tomatoes, cucumbers, your sweet peas, your green beans, and things that kind of grow on the vine are 3 to 4 feet and kind of tend to want to stretch out a lot. So let me show you right quick, because you're going to need a couple things. For one, you're going to need a pole. That's why I like anytime I see poles or old trash can handles, shovel handles, I take them because they come in real handy in your garden. So get you a pole. You're going to need you some scissors. You're going to need some paper clips. Paper clips are real important. These are like my #1 weapon defense in the garden. And if you don't believe paper clips are handy, you will after this. I'll tell you that much. And you're going to need some string, some twine, some rope or whatever. A lot of times I like to use dental floss because it makes everything look like it's just hanging there with nothing, and it looks really nice. I'd like to especially thank Antoinette for giving me this twine right here. This is going to work really good. It's coming in great and handy. Thanks a lot. So let me show you right quick. Oh, and you're going to need a big ass rock. So please be careful with the big ass rock. So let me show you what you got to do right quick. Once you have your vegetables or whatever it is lined up in a nice row, and if you're having trouble putting them in a row, get you a little stick or something and set it down right there. So that way it keeps it in a nice row for you if you need to. And once you've done that, you're going to want to get your pole and your big ass rock and line it exactly up where you have your row of vegetables and stuff. And then you're going to want to pound it in there. Bam, 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 bam. You know what it is. So pound it in there till it's nice and tight. Now once it's nice and tight and you've got that out the way, you want to get your string and tie some to the bottom. You're going to want to tie some to the bottom right here, real tight when you tie it, and then go down to the other end and do the exact same thing. And once you've got it on there, don't make it permanently attached to the pole, because you want to be able to move this later on up and down as the plant gets bigger. Because one thing that I found is that a lot of times it's a lot easier to move the trellis than it is the plant, especially with those big bulky wood trellises and a lot of other kind of trellises, those gate trellises with the with the wire that goes across and things like that. So we want to kind of stay away from those. A lot of times I found that it only like almost suppresses the growth, and it's hard to deal with when it's like that. So I really like this pole string method. So let me show you real quick what we're going to do with the paper clips, because once we've got our pole in place and we've got our string attached to it, we're going to want to set it up with the paper clips. Let me show you right quick, real easy. Bear with me, guys. I don't want to mess it up. Okay, bam. Think that'll do it. Okay, there we go. Now what we want to do is grab a couple of our paper clips, because what we want to do is we want to get this up off the ground. And it's real simple. This is probably the simplest way that I found to do this. So we kind of easily pick our plant up, loop it onto somewhere, up under a nice little node or wherever, and then put it on there. Now I want to act funny since I'm doing a video. Bam. How easy is that? That way it keeps our plant up off the ground, away from disease and things that we don't want it touching on our ground, and it keeps it up in a nice sturdy fashion. Now what we can do even later is adjust it real easy as the plants get bigger. And we want to just go on down the row and continue to do this to everyone, and you know, every couple days come out and adjust it as needed. This is Scano's Garden. Follow, like, and subscribe at Scano's Garden. Pole string trellis. It's a wonderful, great way to keep those plants nice and orderly. Follow, like, and subscribe at Scano's Garden. Keep gardening, keep growing. Have a wonderful Mother's Day weekend, guys. Out.